Hello, this is Dr. Yum. Today we are going to learn some geoprocessing tools. It's gonna be really short clips, so let me tell you how we can find the tool. So first of all, now we have here a circle right here, then we have a square in here, the bottom. So circle, and let me open the attribute table. Select the This is one of a green space in the Tremont. Just don't worry about it, about data. Just we have some kind of like the data in here. And this one, the square, we have like the data here, Palma City and Palma Heights City. So, don't worry about that. The table. Just try to show you after geoprocessing how we can read that data. You can see that. So first of all, we're gonna go the vector, and then we're gonna go here geoprocessing. And then we are going to select the clip. So here, so input layer and overlay layer. So overlay layer is kind of the cookie cutter. So I just input layer the square and overlay layer is a circle. Now let's take a look what's gonna happen. So now we did that, then I'm going to turn off these two. So as you can see here, the square was here like this, and then circle was here, right? So then when we click, then this circle became a cookie cutter. So if you click, you can do this, and then we can change clip. We can change input layer and overlay layer. So it's gonna be circle, it's gonna be square, right? Then let's see what's gonna happen. So now, this is the result, right? So this is the result. So then it looks same, right? It looks same, but we need to see the data. So if you open this one, the data is from the circle, right? If we open the first clip, if we open it, the data from the square, okay? So depending upon what you use as a cookie cutter, so your data set also changes. So it's pretty much simple. Just you clip these shapes, right? So just let's say here, if it is cookie cutter, this circle, you're gonna clip that much. Okay? If your square is a cookie cutter, then you're gonna clip this much from the circle. Okay, so this is the clip function. So how you can use it, if you have like the census block or census tract or census block group somewhere, then for example like the state Ohio, then you have the shape of the Cleveland, then you can use the shape of Cleveland as a cookie cutter, and you can clip the census blocks which belongs to state Ohio. This is like the very simple function of like clip. Then now we are going to use another one, which is the differences. So we are going to use like here square and circle like this, and we are going to run. Then let's see what's gonna happen. And then I'm going to turn off these things. That's here, right? So when we clip, we had like this part, right? When we clipped, we had this part. But now when we do differences, and then we have this part. So if I open it, so here, right? So then let's do it opposite way. So we did like, now we are going to circle, and then we are going to do square, right? Then try it, close it. So then now what's gonna happen? So this is a square. So the second difference is like we flip it, then the result is like this, right? So when we used it, we had that part, right? Now we have this part. Okay, so this is pretty much opposite side of like the clip. Okay, so you can use this kind of things like when you want to use like the all state Ohio block groups except for like the Cuyahoga County. If you have a Cuyahoga County shapefile, then you can do differences. Then you can have all the data except for the Cuyahoga counties, right? Okay. Then now we are going to do some different tool, which is called intersections. Okay. So we are going to use circle and square. Okay, we are going to use circle and square. So you need to pay attention to here. Okay, so I'm going to run and then close it. Then I'm going to turn out these two, and then I'm going to open it. So what is important is like the data. So this data from square, and this like this data Tremont C3081 green space Cleveland, this data from your circle, and these two data, the GeoID and the city names from square, right? From the square. So actually intersect, you're gonna combine two data where these two data touch each other, only this part, okay, only this part. So you are going to combine two data sets, which is your attribute table, okay. So you can also do like the point file intersect. So you will have you can combine the information of point file, information of the polygon layer. You can combine them. Result will be the point. Then the point will have the both data, which is from your polygon and the original point data as well. Okay. So I mean, it's gonna be the same result like if you do intersections like upside down. It does not matter, it's the same thing. Okay, so then now we are going to do some kind of unions. So union is like we do here circle, we do here square. Okay, so it does not matter upside down. So you can do like the square first and then circle first, does not matter. Then I'm going to run, close it, then I'm going to turn off, and then this is a result of a union. So it is pretty much same, but same as like the intersect, but the result shapes are different. right? So here we got these two big shapes which was the separated each other. If you do union, you can combine the data table as well as the shapes. Okay, so that's why we have like this. This two shape file became one big shape file. Then here, this part, we have no data which is from the circle. That's why it says null value here, right? That's why it says null value here, right? But this part has data from the circle. That's why it has data on here. So this is you just need to take a look and then see the data structure. Okay, the most important thing is when you do like the clip or intersect or differences or union, those kind of stuff, then you need to open the attribute table, then take a look at your attribute table structures. So then you can thinking about when you do your process in the GIS, then you will need to think about how I can combine the data, how I can split the data. Okay, so this is the basic function of the geoprocessing. Okay, so I'm going to deselect. Then now we are going to do another one, which is systemical differences. Okay, so we are going to use square first. We are going to use the circle. Right? Then I'm going to run. Then close it. Then I'm going to turn off the original square and circle. See? Actually, this is a union, right? But it removed this part, which is they touch each other, right? Let me open the attribute table. So here, so this part, it does not have any data from the circle. That's why it says null. From here, it does not have any data from the square. That's why it says null value on here, right? So when you need to remove like some specific area, you need to overlay two layers, and then you want to have like the result of union, but you do not want to the area where the two layers touch each other. Then you can use like a symmetrical differences. Okay, and it's pretty much simple. Okay, so it is simple, but you need to thinking about what kind of like the shapes and data you want after you do some process. Then you need to select the tool. Okay, so also like in order to create one single layer, you need to process like the several like the tool, but the order of the tool, using tool, is important. So for example, do I need to clip first, then intersect, then like the differences, or do I need to differences first, then union and intersect, or join, something like this? Okay, you need to thinking about, you will have lots of trial and errors with the orders. Okay, but don't worry, you just play around how they looks different. Okay, so this is the very fundamental the geoprocessing in the vector files, right? So I'm going to give you these two layers, a square and circle. Then you can just play around, then try to practice, and then try to understand. Okay, thank you very much.